Hello students, in my last video I told you what is a basic definition of Laplace transform and how to find out the Laplace transform of a discontinuous function by using the definition. Along with that, we also derived some basic formulas like what is Laplace transform of constant? It is constant upon S. Same way we derived that Laplace transform of e to the power at is 1 upon s minus a, and using this we derived Laplace transform of a to the power t is 1 upon s minus log a. You can see the previous video. Same way, using the same concept, I derived the Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic at and sin hyperbolic at. Here you need to remember one thing. What I use there, that formula should be there always in your mind, that not Laplace. I am just talking about the standard cos hyperbolic at. This is equal to e to the power at plus e to the power minus at upon 2. Same way, sin hyperbolic at is e to the power at minus e to the power minus at upon 2, because this will be very often used in the questions. Even in the derivation I used, if you remember. If you don't remember, please go back to the previous video and have a look how I have derived. Okay, now in this video we will learn how to derive this formula, Laplace transform of any polynomial, Laplace transform of sine and Laplace transform of cos. I will be using few basic standard results which I will explain you when I'll go to that. Okay, now let us start with the first one, Laplace of sine at. See, as per definition, this will be integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus st sine of at dt. Correct? Now, what I will be doing, this integral I can solve directly by a formula. What is the formula? Integration e to the power ax sin bx dx is equal to e to the power ax upon a square plus b square, a sin bx minus b cos bx. This formula you studied in grade 12th. So now this formula I will be using. If I compare this and this, I can make it out that a is equal to minus s and b is equal to a. So now let us substitute. So integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus st sine at dt is equal to e to the power minus st s square plus a square in bracket minus s sine at minus a cos at. Okay, and the limit of integration is 0 to infinity. Now when you put the limit infinity, because of e to the power minus infinity, the whole expression will become 0. Now minus lower limit. Now you have to put 0. So when you put 0 here, e to the power 0 is 1. So I have 1 upon s square plus a square. And then here if I put sine of 0 is 0, minus cos of 0 is 1. So I'll get minus a. So this is equal to a upon s square plus a square. So Laplace transform of sine at is a upon s square plus a square. This you have to by heart. We will be using directly in the questions. Now suppose if you have Laplace transform of sine 2t. So what will be the answer? Answer will be, see, this is a. So 2 upon s square plus 4. Okay. Now if I have Laplace of sine 5t, then what will be the answer? Answer will be 5 upon s square plus 25. Right. Now remember one thing, as we discussed in the differential equation, if you have sine at, so if you know the sine at, then you should be able to do this type of question also. Suppose you have sine 3t cos 3t, and if I am asking its Laplace transform. So what I should do, smartly I should multiply and divide it by 2. Okay. Now tell me, 2 sin theta cos theta is what? 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So L sin 6t it will become. I'll write down the formula. It is called the half angle formula. Sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. So this formula I have used. Correct. So answer will become 6 by 2 s square plus 36, which is 3 upon s square plus 36. So now whatever questions are coming, you should be smart enough to convert it. Same way, sine 2t, you should know the formula of sine 3t also, so that you can solve sine cube t. Sine square t also we can solve by using half angle formula in terms of cos. Same way, if you have sine at and cos bt, so I can solve it by the formula of 2 sine a cos b. Same way, sine a sine b. So all these trigonometric formulas are required to do the question. I will discuss all the formulas later on. Right now, let us first finish the derivation of all the formulas. So now we know what is the Laplace transform of constant, constant upon s. What is the Laplace transform of exponential, e to the power at, 1 upon s minus a. From that we can derive cos hyperbolic, sine hyperbolic and a to the power t. Then sine at is a upon s square plus a square. Okay, now let us do cos at. So now the next formula we are doing is Laplace of cos at, which will be done exactly as sine at. As per the definition, this will be 0 to infinity e to the power minus st cos at dt. Correct? So now let us apply the formula. Okay. So what is the integration formula? E to the power ax cos bx dx is equal to e to the power ax upon a square plus b square, then a cos bx plus b sin bx. This is a formula. In this plus comes and in sine minus comes in between. Now let us apply this and put the limits. So e to the power minus st upon s square plus a square and in bracket minus s cos at plus a sin at. Okay. Now put the limit. First when you put the limit infinity, so it will become 0 because of this term. So 0 minus, now I'll put 0. So 1 upon s square plus a square. And if I put the limit 0, cos 0 is 1. So minus s I got. And sin 0 is 0. So that is gone. So what is the result? Result is s upon s square plus a square. So Laplace of cos at is equal to s upon s square plus a square. Okay. So this is how we got cos. And again in cos also, I can figure out cos square, I can figure out cos cube, I can figure out all the combination of cos A, cos B, cos A, sin B. So that we will learn when we will do the questions. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. The next one is Laplace of polynomial, that is t to the power n. Okay. Now this is little different, so pay attention. Now 0 to infinity e to the power minus st t to the power n dt. Now how to integrate it? So what I'll do, I'll put st is equal to x. This give me s dt is equal to dx. Now substitute this in the integral. Obviously when t is 0, x is also 0. When t is infinity, x is also infinity. So limit remains the same, 0 to infinity. Okay, and e to the power minus x, and what is the value of t? T is from here, t is x by s. So x by s to the power n. Okay, and what is the value of dt? Dt is dx upon s. So now this get converted into 1 upon s to the power n plus 1, because s is a constant when I am integrating with respect to x. 0 to infinity e to the power minus x, x to the power n dx. And this integral is a standard result gamma function, right? So this is 1 upon s to the power n plus 1 gamma n plus 1. So my formula for Laplace of t to the power n is equal to gamma n plus 1 upon s to the power n plus 1. Now this gamma is new for you. Okay. Now I will tell you what exactly is gamma so that at least you can do the questions. Now from this you are very clear that gamma is basically an integral. Okay, this type of integral. So gamma n plus 1 is equal to n factorial upon s to the power n plus 1. So for t to the power n, I have two formulas. Let me go back to the list of formulas. I'll explain you there. See, gamma t to the power n has two formulas. This formula I will be using when n is fractional. Okay, and this formula I will use for all the numbers. But for fractional, I will be using gamma function. Now, here you need to understand a very important concept, how to handle the gamma function. Right? Now, as I said, first I will teach you how to solve gamma function and then I will tell you how it is coming. See, now the first formula I am explaining, you just understand how I am writing the answer. If I am writing gamma 3 by 2, my answer is 1 by 2 root pi. You just listen to the answer. I will explain you how it is coming later on. Gamma 5 by 2. Now tell me what is the odd number before 5? 3. So my answer will be 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 root pi. Now if I say gamma 7 by 2. What is the odd number before 7? 5. 5 by 2. What is the odd number before 5? 3. So 3 by 2. What is the odd number before 3? 1. So 1 by 2. And with root pi. Now gamma 9 by 2. What is odd number before 9? 7. So 7 by 2. 5 by 2. 3 by 2. 1 by 2 root pi. So this is how you solve the gamma function when it is upon 2. Right? And gamma 11 by 2 will be 9 by 2 into 7 by 2 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 root pi. Like that I can solve all gammas, right? In exam, suppose if there is a question where it is instead of 7 by 2, it is 7 by 3. Though we can solve it by properties of gamma, but we will not go in the depth of that. And you can leave it to gamma 7 by 3 also, okay? Now, how this is happening? See, I told you gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. Okay. Also, I told you gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. Now, if I am solving gamma 3 by 2, can I write 3 by 2 as 1 plus 1 by 2? Yes. So, it become n and this become 1. So, gamma n plus 1 is what? N gamma n. So, it become 1 by 2 root pi. Same way, when I do gamma 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is what? 5 by 2 is nothing but 3 by 2 plus 1. So n plus 1. So this will be n means 3 by 2 gamma 3 by 2. And gamma 3 by 2 again I can split 3 by 2 1 plus 1 by 2. So 3 by 2 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2 and gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. So this is how the answer is coming, right? But you need not to go in the depth of this. You just learn how to solve this. Now where I will be using it? See, if I ask you find the Laplace of t to the power 3. So easily you will write 3 factorial upon s to the power 3 plus 1, which is 6 upon s to the power 4. If I ask you Laplace of t square, so you can say 2 factorial upon s cube. Right? Now if I ask you what is the Laplace transform of root t? So what you will write? Laplace of t to the power 1 by 2. So now it is fractional. So 1 by 2 factorial I will not write. What I will write? I will write gamma 1 by 2 plus 1 upon s to the power 1 by 2 plus 1. So it is gamma 3 by 2 upon s to the power 3 by 2, which is equal to gamma 3 by 2 is what? 1 by 2 root pi upon s to the power 3 by 2. So this is how I am solving the questions. If I ask you what is the value of Laplace of say t to the power 3 by 2. So what you will do? Gamma 3 by 2 plus 1 upon s to the power 3 by 2 plus 1. This will become gamma 5 by 2 upon s to the power 5 by 2. Now gamma 5 by 2 how you can write? What is the odd number before 5? 3. So 3 by 2 1 by 2 root pi upon s to the power 5 by 2. So my answer will become 3 by 4 root pi s to the power 5 by 2. Okay. So now I have told you all the basic formulas. In my next video, I will tell you, first I will give you all trigonometric formulas and then we will do the question based on all those trigonometric formulas as well as the normal standard formulas. So by heart these 5 formulas of Laplace transform so that in question you feel very comfortable to do it. Okay, subscribe the channel so that you will get the notification when I'll upload the new video. Thank you.